So I want to do a quick little video regarding the back and forth between Candace Owens and Steven Crowder, part two. And if you remember a few months ago when Steven Crowder had that big mix-up with the Daily Wire and the failure of the contract negotiation, Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro went after Steven Crowder, and Candace Owens' rhetoric was probably the most uh, inflammatory, I would say. Y'all remember this?
But to do a total bitch move and go out to the public rather than trying to resolve these things and these slight differences behind the scenes, and to make it seem like you're the hero and you're the true one and you keep it authentic when really nothing happened other than you didn't like an initial term sheet. And all you had to do was tell them that and tell them what you didn't like and go back and forth with lawyers like everybody else. I think it's crappy. I think Steven is a little egocentric. He probably will do better on his own. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it Steven Crowder who also screwed over somebody he used to work with? Was it not Gay Jared because he had him tied up in a contract? Wasn't that Steven Crowder who did that? So is he supposed to be the moral high bar? Or are we not supposed to call him out for that? Here's the thing. Steven, why don't you release not Gay Jared from his NDA?
So, yeah, Candace Owens was definitely like an attack dog against Steven Crowder a few months ago when Steven Crowder did that secret recording of Jeremy Boring, I guess you could say he's the CEO of the Daily Wire. He's the boss of Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, Candace Owens, etc. But why is Candace Owens so eager to attack Steven Crowder when the contract negotiation had absolutely nothing to do with her? Well, Candace Owens, and I have no dog in this fight. I've listened to Candace Owens' commentary over the years. I've listened to Steven Crowder. I think Steven Crowder is way more talented, but Candace Owens, she says what people on the right, particularly middle-aged to older white boomers, want to hear, and she's a black female, so it works in her favor. But whether you like her or not, whether you like Steven Crowder or not, I just wanted to bring a few facts. Candace Owens, prior to her becoming this right-wing darling for the GOP, Candace Owens was a liberal, and she even operated this doxing website. I think it was something like the Social Autopsy or something like that. And a lot of the information about it is kind of difficult to find now. But if you do a little bit of digging, you will be able to find some stuff on the internet. I would suggest you go to Bing or DuckDuckGo. Google is a little bit more scrubbed, but there's some information about it. But yes, Candace Owens was a doxer, an actual doxer. So I'm not surprised that she's willing to go after Steven Crowder, because Candace Owens is a brand now. She's made it, and the number one person that Candace Owens is concerned about is Candace Owens. She's a brand, and she's going to do anything she can to boost her profile and keep the views on her. So I was able to find a little bit of information. It was a Kickstarter. Of course, they took it down because they said it violated the terms of service. And it was supposed to be an anti-bullying, anti-harassment, platform. And basically, you could look up the people's names and addresses and phone number that were on the list for online bullying and shaming and stuff like that. But of course, like I said, it got taken down. I think she was trying to raise like $75,000, but only got like $2,000-$3,000. And, that was taken down in 2016. And then, of course, President Trump decides to run for president. And we all know what happened after that. So the fact that she's going after Steven Crowder, so strongly is no surprise to me. She's true to this, not new to this. And, I do think Steven Crowder was wrong for what he did. He says that she's trying to extort him. He's trying to say, he's trying to protect his kids. I'm pretty sure many people have seen the now viral video of him just being totally rude and disrespectful to his wife while she was like 8 months pregnant with his twins. I have a problem with that personally, because when a woman is pregnant, man, she's very vulnerable, and that's your wife, bro. Like, I don't respect what Steven Crowder did. So I'm not really mad that she and other people have exposed him for doing that. But I just find it to be very interesting that once again, it's Candace Owens being the tip of the spear to attack Steven Crowder. And of course, more and more people are dogpiling on him regarding the viral video that we've most likely all seen.
I drew a boundary. I drew a boundary. No, you just did it. I drew a boundary of abusive and cruel. You are not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There's no groceries. I do have
steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it. How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How do you man respect? How do you man receive love and respect? No. How do you man respect? No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you're not taking the car.
Steven,
you are not.
Then I will ask someone to pick me up. Would you like me to ask?
Oh, that's right.
It's not a threat, Steven.
Get an Uber.
Okay, Steven, I can't.
Feeling some constraints?
Steven.
Like, I can't go. Listen to me. You want to walk out right now? Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
See,
do you understand the difference between my life being set to the second and you going, I'll be back when I'm back?
Steven.
And this is the only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Steven.
There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary, you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Watch it.
I'm gonna let go. I'll get what you need me to get. And I need some space. We need to just stop engaging for a little bit, okay? I love you. I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you. And the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it. You go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay.
And yeah, that's just, the camera doesn't lie, man. And even though he didn't put his hands on her, just the way he was talking to her and treating her, it's just not a good look for him. There's really no defending that, especially as a so-called conservative Christian. But he only has shot himself in the foot. I think his arrogance got the best of him. You heard him in the video talking about you can't take the car because he won't be able to go to where he needs to go. I'm like, dude, you're worth millions of dollars. Why do y'all just have one car? And that just sounds like somebody who's a control freak. And I'm a very, very strong believer in patriarchy and the man being the leader, the breadwinner. I support traditional wives and stay-at-home moms and all that. I think that's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful to be able to provide for your wife and children where she can stay at home. But dude, I just think he took it to a whole another level. It's evident in that video. So you never know what they were going through behind closed doors. And then, of course, Steven Crowder tried to play the victim.
Many other people knew about this behind the scenes. Some, not all, but some of them in positions of power, influence, leverage, knew of this. They also knew that the safety of my children included keeping it private. So if you're familiar with the idea of extortion, then you know the feeling well. Now, some of these threats were so thinly veiled that I'm frankly surprised you didn't all guess immediately.
Steven has a lot going on, I guess is the best way to say it. He has a lot going on, and that should be clear because people don't do stuff like this if there's not a lot going on in their lives. I would like to implore my audience and everybody that isn't paying attention to the situation, not to condemn him, but to pray for him. Sometimes people need a prayer. Sometimes people need a scripture. You know, Stephen purports to be a Christian. I am unsure at this moment if it is my place to say more than that. You know, maybe if I feel in further defense, some things should be said, or maybe if I feel that the public has a right to understand certain circumstances.
Well, my children have a right to privacy. Now, some other issues have been, or I should say, inferences have been more pernicious behind the scenes with demands and threats to use this information that they believe would be so publicly embarrassing to me and my wife at a difficult time that it could be used, knowingly putting my children in harm's way. So to those self-styled Christians, conservatives, and allies, well, not in my book. Now, if you find yourself, I don't want to get into details, so this is going to likely be the only time I have to address this or want to address this. If you're asking yourself, hey, did X person or did Y person know? The answer is likely yes.
So, yeah, he's referring to Candace Owens in that last clip. And in conclusion, we'll see how things go. I think she sent him a cease and desist letter. And they're both got their attorneys on deck, so I don't think it's going to get too ugly. But I'm not surprised that Candace Owens is, leading the attack on this guy like she did the first time. There was a dust up between them and the Daily Wire. Now it's getting a little bit more personal because this is his family. This is a divorce. And unfortunately for Steven Crowder, he's going to lose a lot in this divorce because he's the breadwinner. He's worth millions of dollars. And those children are very young. I think they're twins. So he's got child support ×2 coming his way. And he's very talented. He's going to be all right. He's going to bounce back as long as he plays his cards right. And, he's got a loyal fan base. Not too many people are going to leave him following this incident that got exposed or released to the public, with his then pregnant wife being berated like that. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens, but I don't think it's going to get too much uglier than this between Candace and Steven because there will be legal ramifications if it gets too bad. Thanks for watching.